It's December 17. Here is your update about what's going on in the war in Ukraine. Most of the fighting is still being conducted in Avdiivka and around there. Of course, like it has been over the past 2 months or 3 months or whatever, like I talked about yesterday. Soldiers on the ground are reporting this being the most intense 24 hours or one of the most intense 24 hours of Russian attacks. They have been able to hold back any advances, but they've just killed a lot of Russians in turn. And just around Avdiivka, just in the past 24 hours, the Russians lost 9 tanks and, I don't know, hundreds of soldiers. And then in the entirety of Ukraine, Russia has lost in the past 24 hours 19 tanks, 40 artillery pieces, 25 armored vehicles, and 1,250 soldiers. Yesterday, my friend told me that my update was very bleak and I look like shit. And yes, thank you, Tom. He's probably right. He asked if I was okay. Well, that is debate for another day, but yeah, I'm relatively fine. So I want to offer you some positive news. Ukraine announced yesterday that they are starting to manufacture drones that can go 750 kilometers with a payload of 32 kilograms. And they can manufacture 100 of these every month, which is very cool because for deep strike inside Russia is something that you need long-range drones for, because we can't use Western equipment to do that. And talking about drones, yesterday in Morozovsk military airfield in Russia, it was attacked by long-range Ukrainian drones. It was very interesting because I've seen aerial photos, I'll show them up here, of this airfield. And you can just see a bunch of jets just parked side by side with hundreds of tanks. And, Ukraine just saw this as an open invitation to attack. And so they did. And the damage so far that has been confirmed, and that's just by a helpful Russian that just started taking pictures of everything. At least one Su-34 was damaged, probably not destroyed, but severely damaged. And you look at the conditions on the front for the Ukrainians right now. It is very bad. When you see this video, you honestly see why they haven't been able to move forward in the middle of winter. You just literally can't. Even tracked vehicles, they fall into this mud. This mud, it is like glue. It's not like Icelandic mud that's full of gravel. It's like clay. It just sucks you in. And there's another thing, the conditions, the visibility in Ukraine during winter months is horrible. There is I don't know what it is, this mist kind of foggy element and a little bit of snow. You don't really see far, and everything is wet and everything is snowy. So the conditions on the battlefield for both parties are horrible. That's why it's literally frozen, the line. And as a final note of cheerfulness, this feast your eyes upon the Russian camo of the Bukhanka taken straight out of, Dumb and Dumber or whatever. So they're actually driving this around on the battlefield. So anyways, see you tomorrow.